This is one of the most heartbreaking love stories in Greek mythology. The tale of Apollo, the radiant god of the sun, and Daphne, a forest nymph who wanted nothing more than to be free. Now, Apollo wasn't just a powerful god. He was stunningly handsome, confident, and, let's be honest, a little arrogant when it came to love. Just like his father, Zeus, Apollo believed no one could resist him. Man or woman, mortal or divine, if he desired someone, he thought they'd surely fall for him. But that overconfidence would soon lead him into a tragic lesson. A lesson taught by none other than the god of love himself, Cupid. One day, Apollo was tending to his flock when he came across Cupid. The small, winged god with a bow and arrows slung over his back. Smirking, Apollo mocked him, "Hey there, little son of Venus. Where are you off to with those tiny arrows of yours?" And then added, "You don't need those. Look at me. With a face like this, who wouldn't fall in love? No god or mortal could ever resist me." Cupid, of course, heard everything. He said nothing. But deep down, he was furious. When he told his mother, Aphrodite, she was enraged. How dare Apollo, a fellow Olympian, insult her son? They would teach him a lesson he'd never forget. Cupid took 2 arrows. One, gold-tipped, glowing with the power to spark irresistible love. The other, bronze, cursed to stir hatred and rejection. He waited for the perfect moment. And then, under the shade of a tree, as Apollo played his golden lyre, Cupid struck. The golden arrow pierced Apollo's heart, filling him with overwhelming passion and desire. And the bronze arrow? That one hit Daphne, the most beautiful and wild-hearted nymph of the forest. From that moment on, Apollo fell deeply, hopelessly, in love with Daphne. But Daphne wanted nothing to do with him. She didn't just dislike Apollo. She hated him. The sound of his voice, even the mention of his name, made her run. And run she did, through forests, valleys, and rivers, trying to escape a love she never asked for. Apollo, blinded by love, chased her endlessly. But no matter how fast he ran, he couldn't change fate. But Daphne, the forest nymph, could not escape the power of Apollo, the mighty sun god. As she ran, with Apollo fast approaching, Daphne cried out to her father, the river god Peneus, pleading for help. Peneus, torn by his daughter's suffering but powerless against Apollo, ran to seek aid from Gaia, the Earth Mother. Gaia had long held a grudge against Apollo for claiming the sacred site of Delphi. Now, her moment for revenge had come. Answering Peneus' plea, Gaia transformed Daphne into a laurel tree. Some say the transformation was immediate. Others believe Gaia replaced Daphne with the laurel and whisked her away to the island of Crete. Either way, Apollo lost the one he loved. He spent years grieving alone under the shade of the laurel tree, believing his beloved Daphne still lived within its leaves. Apollo tried everything to break Gaia's curse and bring Daphne back to life, but in the end, he had to let go. Though he had been deceived by the Earth Mother, Apollo clung to his belief that Daphne had become the laurel. Out of eternal love and remembrance, he took a sprig of its evergreen leaves and wore it as a crown upon his head. Apollo once declared, "Daphne was the greatest love of my life." To this day, statues and paintings of Apollo often show him adorned with a laurel wreath. In Greek, laurel is called Daphne, the same name as the nymph he could never forget. And even now, in modern times, victors of the Olympic Games are crowned with laurel leaves in honor of Apollo, the god of the sun, music, and prophecy. The laurel never withers, just as Apollo's love for Daphne never died.